Life doesn't get hard all at once. It gets hard slowly. One disappointment, one failure, one day where you wake up tired of trying. And that's usually the moment people lose motivation. Not because they're weak, but because they believed motivation was supposed to last forever. Let me tell you the truth right now. If your progress depends on motivation, you will quit the moment life pushes back. Because life will push back. It always does. Here's what nobody prepares you for. The hardest days are not the loud ones. They're the quiet ones, when nothing dramatic happens. But nothing good happens either. No results, no praise, no momentum. Just effort and silence. This is where most people give up. Not because they can't continue, but because they don't know how to stay motivated when life gets hard. So listen carefully. The key is this. You don't stay motivated by chasing motivation. You stay motivated by changing what motivation means. Motivation is not excitement. Motivation is not hype. Motivation is not feeling powerful every morning. Real motivation is remembering why quitting is more painful than continuing. When life gets hard, stop asking yourself, how do I feel right now? Start asking, what happens if I stop? If you stop training, what happens in 1 year? If you stop learning, what happens in 5 years? If you stop trying, what kind of life are you silently accepting? That question hurts, and that pain is fuel. Another truth most people avoid, you don't need motivation every day. You need direction. When you know where you're going, you don't need to feel good to move forward. You move because that's who you decided to be. Hard days don't need high energy. They need low standards for action. On hard days, don't try to be great. Just try to show up. If you can't give 100%, give 30%. If you can't run, walk. If you can't focus for an hour, focus for 5 minutes. Momentum doesn't come from big actions. It comes from not stopping. Here's something powerful. Motivation doesn't come before action. It comes after action. You act first. Your brain follows later. That's why waiting to feel motivated is a trap. Feelings are unreliable. Discipline is not. Life gets hard when you're building something meaningful. Easy paths don't test you. They numb you. Hard moments are not signs to quit. They are proof you're doing something real. Another thing that keeps people motivated during hard times is remembering. This simple truth, pain is temporary. Regret is permanent. You can handle discomfort today, but can you handle looking back years later, knowing you gave up on yourself? Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lose belief during the slow phase. So when life feels heavy, stop asking for motivation and start building self-trust. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, even a small one, your confidence grows. You stop saying, I hope I can. You start saying, I know I will. And that confidence becomes your motivation. There will be days when you feel tired of being strong. On those days, don't quit your goals, quit the noise, disconnect from distractions. Stop comparing. Stop explaining your journey to people who don't understand it. Protect your energy, because motivation dies fastest in environments full of negativity and doubt. Remember this, you are allowed to rest. You are not allowed to give up. Rest is strategic. Quitting is emotional. Hard times don't last forever, but the version of you that survives them becomes dangerous in a good way. One day, you'll realize the days that almost broke you are the days that built you. So when life gets hard, don't look for inspiration outside. Look at how far you've already come. You didn't survive everything just to stop now. Keep going, even slowly, even quietly, even without applause. That's how real motivation is built. Not in easy times, but in moments when you choose to continue anyway. And here's something most people never realize until it's too late. Motivation doesn't disappear because you were lazy. It disappeared because you were overloaded. Too many goals. Too many expectations. Too many voices telling you who you should be. When life gets hard, simplify. Go back to the basics. One goal. One priority, one small win for the day. You don't need to win the whole year today. You just need to win this moment. Another powerful shift is this. Stop attaching your worth to outcomes. If your motivation depends on results, you will collapse. during slow progress. Judge yourself by effort, not by speed. Progress is not loud. It is quiet and invisible until it is. On hard days, your job is not to be inspired. Your job is to be reliable. Be the person who shows up even when emotions are unstable. Be the person who keeps going even when confidence is low. That reliability becomes your identity. And once it becomes your identity, you don't ask for motivation anymore. You act automatically. There will be moments when your mind tells you to escape, scroll, distract, numb yourself. That is not weakness. That is avoidance. Instead of escaping, sit with the discomfort for a few minutes. Feel it without reacting. Then move anyway. That is emotional strength. Motivation survives hard times when you stop making things dramatic. No speeches, no hype, just quiet action. Some days your only win will be, I did quit. And that, enough. Because quitting once makes quitting easier next time. Continuing once makes continuing easier next time. You are training a habit, not chasing a feeling. Hard seasons don't only ask for perfection. They ask for presence. Be present with the work. Be present with the discomfort. Be present with the process. And slowly something shifts. You stop panicking when things get hard. You stop questioning yourself every time you feel tired. You stop needing external motivation to move forward. You become steady. And a steady person is unstoppable. One last thing to remember: when life feels heavy, this version of you, the tired one, the frustrated one who still shows up, this is the version that creates the future you want. Not the excited version, not the confident version, the consistent version. So if today feels hard, don't label it as a bad day. Label it as a training day. You're not behind. You are being prepared. Stay in it. Stay disciplined. Stay patient. Motivation will return, but strength will stay. And when you look back one day, you won. Remember how hard it felt. You'll remember that you did give up. And here is the part most people ignore. Hard times are not here to punish you. They're here to teach you who you really are. Every challenge, every setback, every moment when life feels unfair, it is a mirror. It shows you your limits and then asks you, do you want to stay here? Or will you rise? And rising doesn't happen in big dramatic moments. It happens quietly in small, invisible ways, saying no to distractions, saying yes to discipline, finishing what you started even when nobody notices. That is how motivation lasts, not by feeling amazing every day, but by proving to yourself over and over that you will continue no matter what. Here is a truth that most people never say aloud. You don't always feel like it. You will feel tired. You will feel frustrated. You will want to give up. And that is normal. Hard days are meant to test you, to filter out the people who quit, to build the ones who endure. The people who stay motivated during hard times aren't special. They roar, human, just like you. The only difference is they learned this rule. Motivation is not found, it is created. Every time you act while scared, tired, or doubtful, you are creating motivation for tomorrow. Every time you push through discomfort, you are proving to yourself that you can handle more. Every time you continue, you are rewriting your identity silently. And once that happens, motivation does leave you. It becomes a byproduct of who you are. Some of the most successful people, did get there because they always felt inspired. They got there because they refused to quit, because they chose action over excuses, habit over emotion, and patience over instant results. When life gets hard, remember, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know the outcome. You just need to do one thing: keep going. Rest when you must. Adjust when you need to. But never, ever give up. And the crazy thing is, every hardship you face today is building the version of yourself that can achieve anything tomorrow. You look back one day and realize the days that felt unbearable were the days that made you unstoppable. The moments when you wanted to quit were the moments that built your strength. The pain you endured quietly became your power. So when life gets hard, stop asking for motivation. Stop hoping for inspiration. Stop waiting to feel ready. Move anyway, push anyway, show up anyway. Because the only person you need to prove anything to is yourself. And one day you will wake up and you won't need motivation anymore. You will be motivation. And here, as the reality most people never admit, life will always get harder before it gets easier. Obstacles done, disappear. Challenges done, take breaks. And the world does wait for you to feel ready. So you have a choice. You can shrink back. You can complain. You can blame circumstances. Or you can step forward. And stepping forward does mean doing everything perfectly. It doesn't mean being fearless. It means showing up even when you are afraid. It means acting even when you feel like quitting. This is how ordinary people become extraordinary. The hardest part is not the challenge itself. The hardest part is believing that you can survive it. Most people give up. Not because they fail, but because they believe they will fail. Here is the secret. Your mind lies to you. It will tell you that you are weak. It will tell you that it's impossible. It will tell you that giving up is okay. Ignore it. Every time you ignore that voice and take one more step, you break the chain of doubt. Every time you keep going when it is hard, you train your brain to trust you. And self-trust is the ultimate fuel. Because when you trust yourself, you don't need external motivation. You don't need hype. You don't need people cheering. You move because it is who you are. You move because that is the standard you've set. You move because quitting is no longer an option. And let me tell you something. The hardest days will shape your character more than the easiest ones ever could. Pain, struggle, failure, these are not enemies. They're your teachers. They are refining you, shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, unstoppable. The question isn't whether life will get hard. The question is, will you keep showing up anyway? Because every small decision matters. Every time you resist scrolling when you should be working. Every time you choose effort over comfort. Every time you get back up after a failure. Those small actions, repeated day after day, become unstoppable momentum. And when life finally gives you the break you've been waiting for, you will be ready. You will be strong. You will be unstoppable. No motivation video will make that happen for you. No pep talk will push you forward permanently. It comes from you showing up every single day, even when it hurts. So here, it's what I want you to remember when life is hard. Don, look for inspiration. Look for the next action you can take. The next promise you can keep to yourself. The next small step forward, no matter how tiny. Do that consistently. And in the quiet moments, when no one is watching, you will become your own motivation. Because motivation is not a feeling, it is a habit of showing up. And the person who shows up when it is hard, that person becomes unstoppable. 2016 will test you. Life will challenge you. The world will try to convince you to stop. And that is perfect. Because real test is not what life throws at you. It's whether you keep moving anyway. And here's something most people never understand. Hard times are not signs that you're failing. They are signs that you're growing. Every struggle, every setback, every moment of doubt, they are proof that you're pushing your limits. The problem is, most people see struggle as punishment. They see difficulty as a signal to quit. But here's the truth. Difficulty is a signal to level up. The stronger you get, the harder life tests you. The smarter you get, the more resistance you face. The more disciplined you get, the more distractions appear. And if you can learn to keep moving anyway, that is when you unlock something most people never reach. Here's the next truth. Motivation is not something you wait for. It's something you create through action. Every time you act while tired, every time you keep going while scared, every time you do the hard thing instead of the easy thing, you are creating a foundation that no struggle can shake. And let me tell you, it's not about doing big things. It's about doing small things consistently. The person who takes one extra step when everyone else quits, who wakes up 10 minutes early, when it's cold, who chooses work over distraction, that person will always win. You might not feel it now. It might feel boring, lonely, even frustrating. But every choice you make today is silently building a stronger version of yourself. There will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when life feels heavier than you can bear. Those are the exact days that define your future. Because success, confidence, discipline, they are not built when life is easy. They are built in the moments when everything is trying to stop you. So when life gets hard, stop looking for motivation. Stop waiting for inspiration. Stop expecting the feeling to arrive. Instead, ask yourself, what is one thing I could do right now, no matter how small, that moves me forward, and do it. Even if it's small, even if it's uncomfortable, even if nobody sees it. Because real motivation comes after action. It comes after proving to yourself that you can handle the struggle, that you can push through pain, that you can survive doubt. And eventually you stop relying on motivation. It becomes a byproduct of your discipline, your standards, your consistency. By the end of the year, you won't remember every hard moment. You'll remember that you didn't quit, that you kept showing up, that you became someone unstoppable. Life is hard, and it will always be. But the person who keeps going anyway, that person will always win.